I'm sorry it's been so long. Where am I? I'm in the chapel. We're almost done. So yeah, life just gets in the way, doesn't it, sometimes? There's numbers on the wall. It's interesting. I don't know what that represents. There's Chompy Boy. Hello. That's Valtiel, the angel. Well, this looks cool, doesn't it? Yeah, not sure what these numbers represent. Let's not do that just yet. Love it! I'm supposed to be able to see. I've forgotten what the block button is. There we go. Ah! Silent Hill's Ancient Gods, a study of their etymology and evolution. What a mouthful. Is that a lesser? There is no religion that has remained unchanged from the moment it was founded. There is no exception. This one is no exception. When this religion fell into the hands of immigrants, it was deeply influenced by their own Christian beliefs. For example, the traditional representatives of these primal gods may be given names and descriptions of Christian angels. Thus shared characteristics begin to appear. There is also one rare example of the chief deity, creator of paradise, or lord of serpents and reeds, being dubbed with a demon's name. Of course, this was not done by believers, but by their opponents. Is that propaganda? That reads like propaganda. It's a book on tarot here. Tarot was based on the 22 Hebrew consonants and is said to represent the entire world. Each card, numbered 0 through 21, has a particular meaning. By reading these cards, fortune tellers predict the future. For example, the first card, the Magician, signifies creation, wisdom, beginnings or destruction and fraud. The second card, the High Priestess, denotes intuition, harmony, faith or dogmatism and arrogance. According to some texts, the Gardner deck has more than 22 cards. The Gardner deck does not exist today, it is mentioned only in literature. It is said that these extra cards were based on lost Hebrew vowels and denoted an otherworldly transcendental existence, i.e. God. I don't actually know that much about tarot. It's something that I've always wanted to look into.
Hiya, Heather.
You show up everywhere, don't you?
You make me sound like some kind of unwanted pest.
Well, who are you anyway?
Haven't you realized that yet?
Yeah, you're on Claudia's side.
I told you not to put me in the same category as that mad woman.
Well, you're pretty loony yourself.
It's true. We believe in the same God. But I'm quite sane.
So why did you help me out then? Was that also part of trying to resurrect God?
It's not uncommon for people to worship the same god and still disagree.
God? Are you sure you don't mean devil?
Whichever you like. The point is that now I really am on your side. I don't want God to be born. Wouldn't be convenient. Much too unpredictable.
So you've been using me to stop Claudia, is that it? Do your own dirty work.
My dirty work? I think we both had our own interests in mind. You hate her too, don't you? You're the only one who can get it done. I don't have powers like you two. Besides, I always hated getting all hot, sweaty.
Oh, really?
I'm just looking out for myself. Everyone does it. Huh. Don't stand there looking so smug. You're the worst person in this room. You come here and enjoy spilling their blood. And listening to them cry out. You feel excited when you step on them and snuff out their lives.
Are you talking about the monsters?
Monsters? They look like monsters to you?
Oh no.
Don't worry. It's just a joke. By the way, I forgot to ask you. Did you get the Seal of Metatron?
What's that?
You don't have it? Leonard was carrying it.
You mean this thing?
Yes, that's it. As long as we have that, we're fine. Here, take this.
They looked like monsters to you? That amazing line threw the entire community into a frenzy back in the day. I'm open to all interpretations, mostly apart from one fan interpretation that sometimes makes the round, and that is that the Silent Hill protagonists are running around the real world killing people because they see everything, they see everyone as monsters, but they're actually just running around murdering people. I think that's kind of shitty. I don't think it's very good. It's not a very good interpretation. It's kind of boring. Personally, with that line, I think he's talking about the humanoid creatures that we've been killing, specifically like in this level. They might be cult members, and Heather's seeing them as monsters, as a manifestation of Alessa's trauma, but I mean, it's Vincent. Like, that line completely blows everything wide open, right? It, like, any interpretation you might have could be called into question just from that one line, which is it's why it's such a good line, but I mean, it's Vincent. It's just as likely that he's telling some kind of sick joke, or they don't look like monsters to him because he believes in the same God. Like, to him, he might see all of these monsters as angels, even. I mean, it could just be that he's, like, fucking with Heather, right? He's not exactly a trustworthy guy. So I've got the Eye of Night and the Moon tarot card. And I've also got the Book of Otherworld Laws. A big old book that I got from Vincent in the archives. It's got the Seal of Metatron. This magic square, it's a circle with strong protective and dispelling properties, is called the Viren 7 Crest, or the Seal of Metatron. It will bring results regardless of whether the target is good or evil. Its strength, therefore, places a very high burden on the caster, as it is also difficult to control. It's not usually used. This is why it bears the name Metatron, after the angel Metatron, or Metratron, also known as the Ancient of God. So that's the same seal of Metatron that we had in the first game. That, that Alessa was spreading around the town to try and stop the power from spreading. We actually have, on our person, the seal of Metatron. Like the worst sound in history. I hate it. I know you're not supposed to like it, but I hate it. So creative. I really like it. Don't like that. Got some much needed ammo though. The door's open. Inside there's someone wrapped in a bag. Maybe... no, they're definitely dead. Got the Hanged Man tarot card. I wish I could talk more about the tarot cards, but like I said, I'm not really that well versed in them. I was far too lazy to do research before I played this game. This looks a lot like Harry's bedroom, doesn't it? This room just looks just like Dad's. It's more than just a resemblance. Dad's not sleeping in the bed, though. There's a musty diary on the bed. This writing, is this Dad's diary? Why would it be here? I sometimes have the sense, even now, that the girl is a reincarnation of Alessa. I don't worry about it much now, that's all forgiven. You were unloved, Cheryl. Or was that Alessa? Now Cheryl is Alessa again. No matter whose reincarnation she may have been, that girl was my most beloved treasure. But that name was a mistake. At the time I thought only of her as a replacement for my lost Cheryl. When she knows the truth, will she feel bad? That's what worries me. Thanks, Dad. So I was Alessa after all. But I do have just a trace of one more memory left. I haven't forgotten my sweet and gentle mother. Ow! You weren't there a minute ago! Probably... Stop it! Probably leave them alone, though. Let's go to the noisy corridor. Nothing else in this room. This place is all windy and confusing. Secret doors! Now we're in Alessa's hospital room. In the hospital basement. There's something stuck in this book. A Glophatis! I got the Fool Tarot card. This book. Feels like I've read it, but at the same time I don't want to. A Glophatis. Red liquid or crystals resembling blood. According to the Kabbalah, the name is taken from An Herb. Is that how you... An Herb? From a herb? With the power to dispel evil spirits. It's said to grow in Arabian deserts. It may be vaporized or applied as a poultice to guard against demons. It is powerful, but as it is rare, it's extremely difficult to obtain. Just reminding you about the Aglophatis. Remember when we used that to expel the demon at the end of the first game? But there's just a name on the label, no description or anything. It's too risky. Never mind. It's a picture of me when I was 7. I look bored and sad. Well, of course I do. I was always like that back then. 24 years ago, Dahlia used me to summon God. God was in my womb, but I couldn't deliver her. Then I was shut up here in this hospital room. I stayed here until Dad helped me out when I was 14. God ate away at me from within, driving me mad with suffering. There I was, wishing I could just die and be done with it. But I went on living that nightmare for 7 years. Looking at this bed just reminds me of those awful days. And I don't want to remember them, because I'm not Alessa anymore. The Alessa is still me. I'm really not trying to deny it or anything. Can I just run past you? Ow! I was looking! So anyway, over at the back of that room, if you'd spotted it, we had Valtiel and the two leggy girls from the intro. What's my health situation looking like? Pretty dire. Now we're in Alessa's room. I remember thinking to myself when I first saw this, because this is the same room from Silent Hill 1. How cool would it be if they remade Silent Hill 1 in these graphics? And how far games have come since then, now. There are playing cards on the floor. I used to play a lot. I remember little Claudia was always having a hard time winning. That made her cry. It's got a brass key. This was the model for my old room key. This is my sketchbook from 17 years ago. On the front cover is a picture of my dad. Really awful work. What's this doing here? I had a dream. In my dream, I opened a door. But was that really me? I had a different name. 5 are true and 4 are lies. And there are some fibs mixed in with the truth. That's because it's scary to write only the truth. But dreams are like lies after all. We'll come back to this later. My clothes when I was 7, they don't fit me now. Good thing too. No, it wasn't me. Alessa wrote this a long time ago. That chapel altar. It wasn't that one beautiful chapel. It was some altar somewhere else. Where am I going? I don't actually know. It's like I have a key, but I can't see any locked doors. Because I need to be careful because I'm running out of healing items now. I'm near the end of the game and I don't think I'm going to get any more, or many more. So I need to figure out where I need to go. I'm just scouring the map. Trying to see if there's anywhere I've missed. I don't know. Is it this way? It seems like a dead end. Let's not risk it. Go down. Do I need to go back to the church, maybe? Let's go back to the church. Yeah, it's spawning enemies over here, so... Oh, I see the lock door. Yep. Yeah, this is where it wants me to go. Do you know how I know? I can't see. Where am I going? This way. Cool! Okay. It's getting tense now because I could actually die. Because I'm running out of everything. Move! Damn it! This is not good! Seriously, game? One of those guys right there. Oh, this is not good. I got like a final boss to fight as well. There's an old ratty notebook on the podium. There's a letter stuck here too. Let's see. There's a girl named Alessa in my class. If your memory is any good, you may remember her. She's the one I said they called a witch. Most likely, her mother is abusing her. I've never seen her come in without some sort of scrape or bruise. Her expression is pitifully dark for a 6-year-old. Something like this may not be so uncommon. Rather than coming up with pointless ideas, it's best to just watch and wait. But isn't there something I can do to help? I'm considering consulting a lawyer, but I do have my reservations. That's why I thought I'd ask you, my friend, for your opinion first. Kay Gordon. Again, a little reference back to Silent Hill 1. Well, this whole room is, right? It's the school, but... we got the Kay Gordon key at the end of the school and went to their house. Looks like that was Alessa's teacher. So this is just a little look into Alessa's past. Do I have a tape?
Do you know about what happened here 17 years ago? You've been here a long time. You must have heard some details.
A group of pagans, blinded by earthly desires, spit in the very face of God. They tried to use the seal of Metatron to prevent God's awakening. But God drove the unbelievers away and threw them into the abyss. But due to their wickedness, God was unable to be born properly. And so, she has slumbered ever since, in the womb of the Holy Mother, until the time of the awakening, all that I know.
That's it, huh? Well, thanks.
Father Vincent, I heard that the Holy Mother has been found. Is it true?
Alessa has been found? Did Claudia say that?
Yes.
Then it must be true. Her sight rarely fails her.
Bless the Lord.
Maybe it's because of her great faith. But I could never be like her. I wouldn't want to.
Nor I. The truth is, Sister Claudia frightens me a little.
Well now, let's both show our faith by forgetting about this little talk, okay?
Yes, but does that mean this land will finally be the home of eternal paradise?
If God wills it, my sister. If God wills it.
Sorry, I needed a wee. Can do some more healing items. What are these letters? No, maybe a bunch of suggestions. People are staring. People are starting to voice their dissatisfaction about Father Vincent using the organization's money for his own personal benefit. I've also heard rumours that Father Vincent has been extorting donations from some followers. Is he really the right person for such a position? I'm in no place to deny all that he's done to make the organization grow. Even though we believe in God, if there was some sort of gathering, shouldn't we be valued not for our limitless talents or our talkativeness, but the depths of our faith? LS. I don't actually know who LS is, but it's kind of showing that Vincent's probably more in this for the money. Screw that room. I remember that room. Don't even think there's anything in that room, other than just loads of enemies. I got the High Priestess Tarot card. I think that's the last one. The name Claudia Wolf is written very small on the cover. Looks like this is her diary. November 10. She didn't die then. She was born. I knew that for a fact. But then, why haven't I found her yet? They were supposed to need her power to build paradise for the happiness of the people. She was supposed to be reborn for that. I'd really like to see her. November 14. Read the Book of Praise. I want to thank Father for lending me such an invaluable book. I found what I'd been searching for in there. How to awaken God, but it's much too cruel. Will I be able to pull it off when I see her? I was free all day, so I read a modern history of refugees and young slaves, child exploitation. I don't want to be a mere bystander in this world. I can't do anything now, though, and that's what's hard. There's an old birthday card on the desk, so she was still hanging on to this. To little Claudia, happy 6th birthday. I love you as if you were my real sister. Here's to you. So, Claudia was Alessa's only real friend. Which is kind of sad when you think about it, like how they've ended up. So, we gotta backtrack all the way back now. I wonder if I could skip the enemies by going this way. I cannot. That absolutely sucks. Damn it! I thought I made it. Okay, no mistakes. I'm just gonna go the right way. Not that you can really see much in this. Immediately go the wrong way. Jesus! It's not going well at all. Let's keep checking the map. I hope I've got enough healing items for the final boss. Am I going the right way? Do I need to go down? I need to go down. I love how the walls like crawl and swarm. It's amazing. Such a cool effect. Iframes, baby! I think. How am I doing? I'm still in yellow. I didn't even get hit. Take that. Okay, cool. Got the tarot card puzzle. Tarot card puzzle's an interesting one, right? So we already know that, like, there's, what, 21? 0 through 21 tarot cards. And if you look at this note, that's the answer to the puzzle. So what you have to do is you'll notice that hidden in all of those in all that lettering there are Roman numerals. So what you have to do is extract the Roman numerals and then correspond the correct number to the correct tarot card. You'll notice that they all have Roman numerals on them. Or, well, some of them do, some of them don't. But that's what I find interesting. Oh wait, no, they all do. Cool. Then you just put them in the correct place here. So the High Priestess, where are you? Give it another save.
I want? Well, for the two of you to die, that would be nice. Then I could relax.
When did you stop believing in God? God lives. Just look around you.
But I do believe in her. In my own way. I fear her, and I adore her. But I haven't lost my mind like you. You think that this is the work of God? Isn't this all nothing more than your own personal nightmare? Just like Alessa 17 years ago? If this really is the work of God, then I'd say she has lousy taste.
You mock God? Traitor. You will go to hell.
Not that again! Who do you think you are, claiming to know God's will?
Go home, Vincent.
Home. This church is my home. I built it with my power. The power of money that you view with such scorn. Although I admit that this atrocious scenery is all yours.
If you continue to get in my way,
Then you kill me? Well. Well. The guest of honor has arrived. Let's get this party started. Heather, go ahead and kill this crazy bitch. This demon who claims to speak for God. The time has come. You can kill her now.
you'll go to hell!
What did you do?
Nothing important.
You're not going to run? I guess this is the end.
No, the beginning. As Vincent said, the time has come. Alessa, I'm saddened that you didn't agree to this on your own. But I thank you for nurturing God with all the hate in your heart. It's time for mankind to be released from the shackles of sin which bind them.
But a god born from hatred can never create a perfect paradise.
Happy people can be so cruel. Is it so hard to believe that sympathy could be born out of pain and suffering? Why do you reject God's mercy? Why do you cling to this corrupt world? You know that only God can save us.
And save you too? Happy ending? I'd rather go to hell.
No, I don't expect to be saved. And that's fine. Alessa, my dearest. For the pain that I've caused you, I deserve no mercy. Even if it was to save mankind. It was too deep a sin. It was hubris for me to try to hasten the day of her arrival. Sacrifices were made. And those are my sins.
If you feel so guilty about it, why don't you go to hell? Heather, use the seal.
Vincent? The seal of Metatron?
Now your stupid dream is over.
Oh, that's just a piece of junk. What do you think you can do with that? Do you really think it can kill God? I'm sorry to see you fell for my father's foolishness.
What?
You're pathetic. But God loves even you. Now, Alessa, there's nowhere else to run. Just accept it, Alessa. The pain will disappear. I've been waiting so long for this. Even as a child, I knew I would see the coming of this day. I knew I would be a witness to it. Judgment Day. Alessa?
Shut your stinking mouth, bitch!
It's like this is actually a puzzle now because you can just like shoot her now. The problem is, if you shoot her, you haven't really been paying attention to everything the game's been trying to tell you to this point, so... The god's born from hatred, right? So if you now try and exact your revenge, the god gets born and it's game over. What you have to do is use the pendant. Because it has a little pink jewel inside, a little red jewel inside. And we just found out that a Glophotis that can expel demons can be used in a crystallized form. So you use it.
What are you doing?
Dad.
She is nearly here. Alessa, what have you done? What did you swallow? What is this?
Looks like God didn't make it.
Stop! God is...
Claudia!
Alessa, you cannot kill God. I will burn God. If you can't do it, Alessa, I will.
Oh, okay, let's talk about Silent Hill 3. So, Vincent said that... He said to Claudia that you think this is the work of God? Isn't this just your own personal nightmare? Just like Alessa 17 years ago? So, like, we were thinking all along that this was clearly a manifestation of Alessa's nightmares, right? Not Claudia's nightmares. So why did he say that? Are people actually all seeing the same thing? Because in the first game and this game, it made it kind of clear that everyone's seeing the same thing again, right? But are they? Honestly, it never explains this. It never will explain this. It's open to interpretation. I personally think you're seeing a mix between, like, Claudia, Alessa, and Heather's unconscious, as well as Douglas's, I guess, is probably in there somewhere, but just remember, in Silent Hill 3, not everything is super symbolic. The thing about Silent Hill is that everything that they give an explanation in the previous games ends up being pretty straightforward once you have the full context. This one, not so much. Like, we don't really learn anything else now. This is all of the context that we're going to be given. And remember why. Like, even with all this context, like, there's still going to be a lot of questions. And remember why. Gameplay first. That was the instructions that the team were given. I could probably ramble for a couple of hours, to be honest, trying to make sense of all this, but honestly, and I know this isn't satisfying, but I don't think there are concrete answers to a lot of the more nuanced questions about Silent Hill 3 and what any of this means, especially in relation to Silent Hill 2. I just don't think they had the time. I don't think the game's any lesser because of all of this. Like, this is a very worthy follow-up to the threads left in the first game, but it's just a shame that it doesn't flesh it all out. Just that little bit more. I feel like it just needed a little bit more explanation. Just to kind of prompt a few things. I'm sure you can really dig into this game, like the religious symbolism and the tarot and stuff like that, and probably get some pretty interesting discussions out of it, but judging it from the text of the game, there's a lot there that's open to interpretation. And honestly, the thing that confuses all of this is the rules that Silent Hill 2 introduced. It's this concept of a personal horror and people's personal unconscious being projected onto reality rather than just the lessers. I've actually spoken to people that don't like Silent Hill 2 for this exact reason. They don't like how much it messes up the overall cohesiveness of the trilogy, and yeah, fair. That's a totally fair criticism. It's why I think if you're going to remake one of these games from the ground up, then Silent Hill 2 is probably the one to go for. So I can see why they did that, why they chose to remake Silent Hill 2 and not Silent Hill 1. While it does follow a lot of the same themes and meaning, Silent Hill 2 does kind of stand on its own, especially if you take the symbolism at face value as well, like most people do. Like, I think I found exactly 2 other people on the entire internet so far that's interpreted Silent Hill 2 in a similar way that I have, with all of the occult and Jungian elements attached to it. Which means that there are exactly 3 people on the planet that are correct. And everyone else, including Konami, are wrong. I mean, hey, I don't make the rules. So, last boss time. I don't know how this is going to go. I have 6 healing items. Not much ammo. Hardly any ammo, in fact. I have no idea how this is going to go.
be dead. I was gonna kill you. This is God?
This is God! It's such a cool design. I don't remember how you damage her. Let's not waste all of this ammo. Let's just try it with this. Patience, I guess, is how you do it. How do you even dodge that? This isn't gonna work. Okay. There's a certain way, there's like a trick to it. Let us use the shotgun and... But you can do this without taking damage, and it looks like I'm gonna have to. But dodging that's really hard. Okay, I can only really get one shot off, I think. 2 bullets left. Okay, don't stand too close either. I don't think this is working, but we'll keep at it, I guess. Seems doable if I can figure out how to dodge this fire. Okay, if I just do that over and over again. Maybe. Wasn't expecting that. Twice? No fair. So, do you just do it on your own? Can I like be super safe? How do you dodge that fire? There's got to be an easier way. I remember this boss being quite difficult, actually, compared to the rest of the game. Maybe I'm standing too close. There we go. This gives you more chance to dodge it now. This is just like Dark Souls. That didn't reload, did it? Nope. Do it! No, that's stupid. That was stupid of me. Got greedy. Don't get greedy, just use the pistol. Okay, I think she's attacking twice now, so let's stand here. Maybe. Okay, keep running. Have I really got the ammo for this? I'm not sure I do, you know. It's gonna be really hard with the shotgun. Five bullets left. not gonna work with the shotgun. I'm too close. Did it! Woo! That was tense!
Is that the end? I guess it's time to roll the credits. Not yet. You're still alive.
Heather.
Just a joke.
You've got terrible
I'm
taste.
sorry.
Heather, did
You don't have to call me that. I'm not hiding anymore.
You want me to use your real name? What was it again?
Cheryl. The name my father gave me.
You gonna let your hair color go back too?
I don't know. Don't you think blondes have more fun?
town that takes all. Survive. You must have the will. This movie doesn't end the way we want all the time. Then he shouts at the moon, she's gone, and fear has
This guy's voice, I forgot how bad it was.
He was walking the mile. He was walking alone.
Let's just enjoy this guy's voice for a while, and we'll talk at the very end. I actually like, apart from the guy's voice, I actually like this song.
So outrageous the toll. You can lose all you have. He refused to give in to the town that takes all. Survive. You must have the will. This movie doesn't end the way we want all the time. When he shouts at the moon, she's gone, and fear has overcome. He was walking the mile. He was walking alone. 420 dead birds, they bleed upon the nest. There was no time for reasons. They had no sign of the threat. Now it's too late for me. This town will eventually take me. Too late for me. This town will win. Through this fog they came along. Dark pages singing a terrible song. The rest of the bar laughed at him. Only I felt my own crept in. They found him dead the very next day. No more stories from him, I heard him say. We blame bad luck for his fate. Only I felt terror so great. She and he will know that someday all things will end. That misty night, that dismal moon, the dead search for their kin, while angels sleep in endless dark. The dead seek out sin.
everyone's stories have kind of been wrapped up now. The end of the Silent Hill trilogy, everything that needs answering has kind of been answered now, I think, by either 1, 2 or 3, for the most part. We know all about the town. We know about the town's history and what's going on. We know a lot about the cult. We've seen the entirety of Alessa, Heather, Cheryl's story play out. Harry got a shitty deal. Claudia and Dahlia are both dead, along with Lisa, Kaufman, Vincent, Eddie, Angela, probably James. Douglas, I guess, is just gonna go chill somewhere now. And Sybil? Well, everyone just kind of forgot about Sybil. Let's just say the ending where she dies in Silent Hill 1 is canon. That makes the most sense. What a fantastic trilogy of games it is. Just absolute quality. I think the only negative thing I have to say about them is that the timeline between the 3 doesn't really make much sense. But that's more Silent Hill 2's fault than anything. I touched on it earlier, but I feel like they really should have put a little bit more here to tie it all together. I don't know if that level of ambiguity is intentional or not, but in my opinion, it was a bad call because it kind of crosses the line over ambiguous and goes into confusing for me. That's quite minor. It's an excellent trilogy overall. So, I guess there's nowhere else to go now. No more games need making. Oh god. Oh no. They look like monsters to me.